We've reached day 4 of Inktober, and that means today's prompt is dodge. I'm too much of a literal-minded person, so my first 2 ideas were a Dodge truck, which might be the strange country girl in me bleeding from my subconsciousness. But luckily for you, or unluckily, depending on what you like, I guess, I went with my second idea, which was dodging a punch in a fight. To be honest, drawing a truck kind of sounds like a nightmare. It's just too geometrical, and if I was going to do it, I'd probably do a Ford anyways. So I freehand sketched this, and I didn't really have any character in mind, so I just kind of made up a random girl. These things are drawn and edited all in one day, so it's a very big time crunch. You just have to go with what you make the first time around. You know how it is? But she looks like she's doing pretty good in the fight. She doesn't even seem that intimidated by it. On a bit of a tangent, do you watch any kind of animations? Anything from Disney cartoons to hardcore anime or any of it? I've always had a fascination with animation, but it's not an easy hobby to get involved in. Maybe it's a bit easier nowadays since there are so many programs that you can use to help you out, but it just still seems like such a crazy time investment. Maybe that'll be something AI takes over in the future. You just feed it keyframes or something and it fills in the rest. It actually seems kind of depressing to think about. It'll like lose all its personality and stuff. But maybe not. But yeah, I've always enjoyed watching animated things. I don't really have a way to watch stuff in my modern day life. Streaming services have become way too expensive. And I don't have any friends in the isolated middle of nowhere where I live right now, but I have a lot of fun memories of stuff I've seen in the past. I like the old school Pixar stuff. My favorite probably being WALL-E. But I really liked most of those. I have fond memories of watching them with my sister. There was a movie called Thumbelina. I had a secondhand VHS as a youngin', and I watched it a ton. I don't think it was a Disney movie, I'm pretty sure it wasn't, but it had the same voice actor as Ariel in it, which I kind of realized later on in life. As for my first anime experience, it was like 2 a.m. in the morning. Cartoon Network used to play animated stuff at night, anime at night, and I stayed up super late watching TV back in the day, and I came across this episode where the characters were on this spaceship out in space, and there was this monster that kept getting them one by one, and it was super bizarre and dramatic. And at the end, the audience finds out that the monster was this mutated lobster they had like left in one of the refrigerators or something, if memory serves right at least. And if you haven't guessed, this is the anime Cowboy Bebop. And it was like one of the weirdest episodes of that show, which is saying something. That was my introduction to anime, and it was a really weird one. But after that, I remember my sister and I got into watching DBZ, the ones with Frieza, who was always threatening to blow up the planet. In like 5 minutes, the planet's gonna blow up, and they went over that for like 50 episodes. I can't even remember if the planet blew up after that. I'm pretty sure Goku must have saved it. And I watched Sailor Moon with my friends, and I watched a show called Samurai Champloo or something like that. I really liked that one because I would have fun fighting in it. I got into Naruto for a while with a couple friends, and a bunch of others. If I had to pick a favorite anime movie, it would probably be Howl's Moving Castle. Studio Ghibli is like awesome, and I connected to that movie the most. The amazing artwork and the personal story of the character having to overcome an unconventional curse. And there was like no breakthrough moment where she found some magic artifact that broke it or realized that her way of breaking it was making friends along the way. She just kind of had to work through it until it didn't affect her anymore. Although I am a crazy bird lady, and Hal does become a bird thing in that, so maybe... Looking back, I think those shows and movies had a lot of personality, like they pushed themselves into being super dramatic and over the top and all that, but I can tell that people who made them like really wanted to have fun with them, or it just seemed that way at least. And if you compared like anime to Disney, who I know is reaching for a more broader audience and wants to be as approachable as possible and all that, but Disney seems a lot more like tame and like board meeting approved. I still like Disney and everything, but I wonder how much that kind of kills the personal touch of the directors and artists. But who knows, I'm not a business person, so I could be totally off. Anyway, I kind of fell out of watching anime, or like new anime, I guess. Back when I still had Netflix, I tried to watch Attack on Titan, which I know had like this burst of popularity at one point, but the first episode felt like it was all like spectacle. I didn't really like connect with any of the main characters, and then there was the surprise twist at the end, and I was like, oh no, I don't know. I kept meaning to go back, but I just didn't like totally connect with it. There was this voice in the back of my head where I wondered if I'm just like an old person now who can't connect with new experiences. I don't know, maybe it's that whole thing like when it's novel and you experience it for the first time, you think it's great, and then if you go back and try to watch something else that's similar to that, you're just like, nah, I've been through this. I know a lot of people think like, oh, nowadays it's not as great as the old days, but I actually think it's more like that kind of thing. You had such a great time the first time around, and then you'll never get to like recreate it with the new stuff. Maybe I'm just too cynical. Let me know. Did you watch Attack on Titan? Was it like the best thing ever? Did I miss out on something great? Maybe one day I'll go back and give it another try. Alright, I just wanted to have a bit of fun with this speed paint, talk about animation from my perspective. Let me know in the comments what you like to watch. What has been your favorite animation in the last couple years? Mine's probably the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse movies. I really like the style and the energy of those. And yeah, I guess that's it from me. Thanks for listening, and let me know if you like these commentary videos or if you prefer the music ones. Or if you would like me to just talk about my art process as I go through the videos instead of blathering like this. Either way, thanks for joining me. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!